Hey guys, it's your boy Pat. Welcome back to the next episode of the Hollow Down Cigar Lounge. We got a good group of guys that you've never met before, so we're going to introduce them to you at the start of the year. Who am I kidding? You know all these people. What's up, Justin, Chad? How's it going, gents?
What's up, dudes?
How you doing?
Apparently I'm being retarded already, but
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
And
Of course, Chad would be the first one to say it.
Chad would be
Breaking the
first
seal on the New Year.
breaking the steel on the new year. I mean, we are
Usually, breaking the seal is you having to go pee during the middle of all this.
That is true.
That is
But we're
true.
gonna refrain from that.
Keep it rolling.
Well,
Mm.
to bring in the new year, we are smoking a cigar that none of us have had. This is from Still City Cigar, blended
I got a
by
bad shadow.
our recently new friend Tony Rawlings. You've seen him on the show. And this one is the Creme de la Creme. Let's see if mine doesn't come up. If not, I'll put up that lovely video that we like to do. It's still got a black and gold theme to it, but this one just says the Creme de la Creme. Still coming out of the Dominican. I have no flavor notes to tell you guys because it is a blind review for us. All I can tell you is that construction-wise, it is a Habano wrapper. It has Dominican, Corojo, and Criollo. I can never say that word. And a couple undisclosed fillers. And sorry. No, making sure I'm saying the right stuff. Because I just looked at the wrong thing. Nope, I'm right. Sorry. Man, this is a great way to start. So yes,
Great
Habano
way to
wrapper.
start the new year.
Boy, bringing it in right. Can't even get my details together. Habano wrapper. Binder is Dominican, and your fillers are Corojo and Criollo, and a couple undisclosed Dominican. So we're not giving away all of the secrets on the blend, but it is still a Dominican tobacco cigar with a Habano wrapper. That's the two things that we care about the most. And right before we hit the record button, Chad made a nasal observation that there is a smell of honey to it before light up.
Yeah, well, you made me sit there for like 37 minutes with a cigar in my hand and I wasn't allowed to smoke it, so I
He
was
was
drooling
itching.
over it. And man, it smelled so good of honey. Just like and
It-
floral, like a floral honey.
I was about to say it's like a floral sweet, almost like
Honeysuckle.
there it
Nice.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
I grew up with those on my fence in the 90s. I freaking love those things.
Same.
Chad, that was probably like, what, the 20s for you?
Yeah, it was back in the 20s.
As Madison would say, it was dinosaur snacks.
107. Yep. I'm
Now, I feel like a
107.
37 is probably going to be a periodic inside joke. For those who don't know, there's a show in the past where it was exactly 37 minutes that Chad had to wait to smoke a cigar because we were having a little setup issue and he was getting anxious. So
That was bullcrap.
So patient.
We need to run a little tighter ship. Be a little
yeah,
more.
well,
I don't know if I can wait that long. Well, you know what? And what I learned then, because you remember, that's when I started having. That's when I started having cigars before. Was I would have like a pregame. After that happened, I was like, I'm not
Right.
doing this again. I'm sitting around getting frustrated, waiting, want to smoke a cigar. So then I just light up a pre-gamer now. So I always used to have like a little something Connecticut usually.
Yeah,
Just-
something that you can get it, but it's not going to overwhelm your palate right before we do
Yeah,
something.
something clean so I don't burn up my tongue and roof of my mouth. And
Well, once I fixed my lighting issue because I was missing the corner, it toasted very nicely, lit up very well. And we can compare mine to y'all's as far as the feel. although the density doesn't feel over tight or overpacked, it's for a Toro size, it's still pretty heavy, like in weight.
Yeah.
It's firm too, but the draw on it's perfect. Like sometimes
It
when
is.
you have a Toro and you squeeze it even down in here, it'll kind of give a little. This is
Mm-hmm.
it's taut. Is that a word?
It is actually.
Taut, yeah.
It is a word.
Mine's, I don't know if you can see it. Mine's super veiny.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
for sure.
Hang on, I'm not. Never mind.
I was like, come on, Chad, walk through that
Want to
door.
see mine? Is mine veiny?
Let's compare veins.
I got some ash on it right there, though, from the ashtray.
So do we need
Yeah,
this
it
one?
is. The draw on these and every cigar we've
Bunch of
smoked so
veiny
far
men
from
over
Steel
here.
City the draws have been great.
Oh, facts for sure.
Like they remind me of Adventura in the way that their draws are just open. Can
But
definitely
it's
appreciate the draw.
and it like this one. It looks like it's a standard roll,
Roll or bunch.
which can have a tendency to be too tight. You know, if somebody's just moving too fast, and it's not. I'm still getting good draw. What
Yeah.
initial notes are you guys pulling out on? You know, obviously we're right at the tip. What are y'all getting other than that?
It's definitely cedar
It's
up front.
veiny.
It's veiny.
At the tip.
No, it's very cedar forward. That's got like a white pepper retro hill,
I
but
was
very
just gonna
subtle. The
say
retro
white
hill
pepper. Yep, my retro is white pepper and a
that
little bit
retro
of
is
cream.
phenomenal. It's not overbearing. It's got nice and clean and smooth.
There's almost a little chalk to it too.
Yes. Yep.
Good chalk.
Yeah, I was getting like a dry tone, and I almost wanted to say it was chalky, but I was on the fence.
It's just barely there. Like
Yeah.
it's not
Right.
nearly like the what's our go-to, the Avo. It's not nearly
Bravo.
that kind of chalk, but you can tell it's right there. It's like on the tip of your tongue, a little dry. I think you described it well when you said dry.
But I don't mind it. And usually, if a cigar is just too dry, and this kind of goes into that chalky conversation we have,
Mhm.
and I kind of start leaning away from it. But the way that the notes on this one is at the beginning, I don't mind the start of it. So anxious to see how that pulls down.
Be honest with you, and it may still, I don't know yet because we're just barely in, but
Mm-hmm.
I was hoping that when I smelt that honeysuckle that I was going to get some of the same notes we got out of the
The
TCR?
Texas Cigar Roadshow. Yeah.
Yeah. So that cigar had a really nice sweet floral undertone through the whole thing that I really liked.
And I'm trying to remember what wrapper was on that Michi. I can check real quick. It was
It's a different kind of floral though. Like with Placencia, you have like that rose petal floral, but with this, it's a different type.
Yeah, I agree, and that's why I say like with the TCR stick, that like there was a sweetness to it the whole way through that I really liked. It was like honeysuckle was a good way to describe it. That's the smell, but the flavor was sweeter. It's all natural. There's nothing, they didn't sweeten anything on it. It's all tobacco, but it had a really nice sweet note to it.
So the difference is where this one has the Habano and Dominican binder, or sorry, Habano wrapper and the standard Dominican binder. The TCR, the wrapper was a Habano San Andres.
Really?
Yeah, and with a traditional
right.
and then it had a more traditional Mexican San Andres binder. So
And I
that's
would have
probably why we
almost
were getting
guessed.
interesting notes. And although he does, and that one had Nicaraguan fillers with that, so you were getting that smoothness compared to that split San Andres. So
I'm just noticing the band too. It's got like a Great Gatsby look. I don't know if you want to do a zoom in.
I'll have that picture up, but I'll see if yours, because that's a pretty good explanation of how it looks. It's kind of Vegas-y in a way.
Yeah, I immediately thought of Great Gatsby or like a New Orleans type of flair. French Quarter.
Yeah, you could do that too, because it's not like a fleur de lis, but it's got that kind of essence to it.
Mm-hmm.
I could roll with
Is
that.
this what took so long? You had to draw these lines on here.
Well, yeah. I mean, I had to get my artwork on screen somehow.
Is this a new thing moving forward? That the red's gone and the black is new for New Year?
No,
or-
so Justin's idea. We're trying to find something that was just kind of a steel-ish background in honor of Steel
Wow.
City. And I know that they are black and yellow, so it's not a color thing. We're just trying to find some steel deco that wasn't too overbearing. So
Something a little different. Change it up for the new year.
Well, I
just a
didn't know
little
if it was just a switch for the New Year, if it was for the episode, or don't know yet.
probably just for the episode, but who knows? We'll see.
It's a very well built cigar. It's burning even. The construction's solid on it. That ash is holding nice and tight. Nice and
Yeah, mine's still on too. Yep.
nice and white ash too. I don't know what it is about like a fine white ash that looks so good on a cigar. When it's all like dirty, I don't know. I don't like the look of it.
Well, it's usually a good sign of the construction and the oils, right? Which, I mean, that's what the tooth is, but it's a good sign that it was there. So if you're having that good ash, it looks good to us because we know that's what it represents.
Everybody up north just went, oils in it.
Oils.
Earl.
The oily wrapper. I do declare.
Oil.
I believe your accent was coming out on that one, James.
Probably.
Oil.
It doesn't happen often, but it has its moments.
The smoke output on this is damn good.
But you're right, that ash is toothy. It's got all your oil bubbles still showing the dots on the ash. So damn good signs of the leaf itself. Well, while we let this marinate, you guys got any plans coming up for the new year or anything that you've got set aside to do, or are we just kind of rolling with the punches this one?
Work and family.
NFG.
That's in March. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It's right around the corner, brother.
March 8th. Is that the correct date?
March 14th.
Yeah, I was thinking it was different. Yep. Something like that.
I think March 8th was last year, wasn't it? He could have changed it. I don't know.
No, I'm trying to pull it out of my ass. So this is not me saying I know for sure. I'm trying to remember.
I want to say it's the 14th. But hey, I thought it was a metal band once, and it wasn't. So don't trust me.
And
no, you got to be right because that's right because got to be the 14th because I remember saying that I'm still working on trying to get free, and that's a work weekend where the 8th is not. So yeah, I think you're right on the 14th. So
I haven't been following it. Did Smoke Inn's big thing already happen, or is that this new year?
So it's pretty much
a Great Smoke
about to happen because it what was it? Let's see, what's the exact date? Well, those tickets go on sale back in like the first week of November, end of October. I forget exactly. What's the actual date? I always do the virtual stuff because I haven't been able to get my butt over there for the
I
entire
wasn't following
event.
it, so I don't know if it happened or not.
So
I saw that it was circus theme, and I'm like, I'm good.
I'd do it for the cigars. So let us see here real quick. When is um interesting. It's the exact same date. I feel like this is happening later than normal because
That's right. Yeah, that's right. I remember Terrence said he wasn't going to be able to make it because that was he can't make it to NFG because that's when the Great Smoke is.
Great
Oh.
Smoke I thought
He
has
told
been
me
in
that back in
February.
he told me that back in October or August, something like that. He told me that
What
a little
about
bit.
Espinosa?
I don't know, man. Well, I mean,
There
the
Same thing, I
brands will
bet.
be there, like the brands will be there, but like Terrence has a
A
Texas
team,
person
and
that
he'll yeah,
yeah,
okay.
sales
but
associate that is in the Texas region, so they'll have all those, and like I'm sure the Warfighter guys will be at NFG because they don't go to Smoke Inn. At least
yeah,
I don't think
there,
they do.
Not
there's some
yet,
there's some
Not
that
yet.
are
That's true.
hardcore NFG and
bet you
that's
they
what it'll
will.
be. But there's definitely some of those.
All the brands will be there for sure, and they'll release, exclusive or like McAllis always there. They sell their 4-pack or whatever. Ooh, excuse me.
I'm not gonna lie. I like the. Um, see if I can remember to do this. I will put up this picture. So, um, I do like the swag for this the Great Smoke because sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. Um, the hat's pretty much a cardinal red hat with the big black logo. The ashtray and the shot glass that always comes with it are like that pewter metal. That's pretty
Okay,
cool. I wouldn't expect that with the circus theme. So
I'll have to look it up.
yeah,
Maybe
I kind
I'll
of like that.
maybe I'll go for it because I didn't go. I didn't go for the last two. I mean, I didn't go. I didn't buy the package the last 2 years.
So I've bought it the last 2 years. Couple of years ago, me and Ellen both bought it to double down. But if you take, it's $195 for the virtual, and if you take out all of the swag, you're still like $6 a cigar if you don't count the value of the swag or anything. So, but the virtual gives you, and this is kind of something cool. The Great Smoke does is you get your virtual ticket, and it gives you the same access that the main ticket gives you as far as the pre-event sales and the exclusive event sales. You have to have the ticket purchased to be able to get to that part of the website. So that's kind of cool.
Hmm.
But
What do they have to buy that like special event smokes or something that you can only get if you're going or
so basically, since we're comparing, think of NFG, right? You get your tickets. They give you a little bit of swag, a little bit of cigar, but then you get access to the vendors and the brands there that are selling cigars that are only made for that event.
Mhm.
So kind of like NFG would
Smoke,
be. You're doing an online ticket.
the Great Smoke does the same thing, but leading up to the event, they will post event only blends from the mains. Like if you've seen Dunbarton's EX 127, 128, I forget the exact number now, that random experimental blend that Saka put out last year. Well, that's where he put it out at, was leading up to the Great Smoke. So everybody that had a ticket was able to go on and buy that.
Mm.
So
I
you never
remember
know
when
what
that
they're going to
feeding
be.
frenzy happened.
Yeah. So you never know what it's going to be until they're there. You get an email or something said, "Hey, you got a ticket. This is there." And so it's kind of cool. And they do like a broadcast style thing. If you're into that, when the event's live, you can log on and watch if you got the virtual tickets. But you still get the same cigars, the same swag. They just ship it to you right before the event starts.
Yeah, that's cool. You have any vacations planned this year?
So only really thing planned so far, and I'm sure I'll have some like micro trips to Dallas or New Orleans or Hot Springs that are normal hot spots, little weekend stuff. But in August, I think that's right, August, taking our next cruise, and that one is going out of Miami, but we're going to a couple of the Virgin Islands with hopes to dive if the weather will cooperate, because I have not done any diving around any of the islands. So,
well, that'd be a nice experience.
A couple other ports along the way, but the goal is to hit those, and I'd have to check. I forget which 2 islands because I didn't care. It's like, oh, Virgin Islands, date works, go.
Right.
So,
How do you like? How do you
ahead.
like renting? Because you guys, you're not carrying your dive equipment with you on a
oh yeah,
a boat. You don't
Yeah.
take it on the boat with you.
yeah, I do.
You
So
do.
everything but tanks and weights. So,
Really?
so whenever you book or you pay for a dive master or whatever to take you somewhere, they all have weights included. Most of them have weights included, and it is expected that you're getting access to a tank because they're responsible for making sure you have air underwater. So that's not a problem. So we take everything else, the mask, snorkel, fins, our BCD, the inflation vest.
Yeah, I see people do it all the time on the ships.
So
Really?
we just basically have the second. We have our own bags, but you're more or less basically taking the suitcase with your gear in it, and
you can rent all that stuff, right? But when it's not your own, it's probably different.
So
right?
there's
Get used to it and stuff.
There's a personal effect, and then there's a financial effect. So the personal effect is, yes, it's just not your own. You don't know if it's well taken care of. A couple years ago, Ellen rented stuff that had a pinhole in the vest. So the whole time she's just seeping air out the whole time we're down because you don't know it. It's not your stuff.
Yeah, my brother-in-law, he scuba dives a lot. They actually just went to Hawaii, and he does rental stuff. We've got a guy in Cozumel he always goes to, and then he goes everywhere he can.
Yep, and
he'll go by himself. Like, no, I'm not certified, and I've got the little one, so I can't really get away like that on vacations. So, but he'll go by himself and do his thing.
Well, there's also the fact that there's different styles of vests and different styles of regulators. So, although the functionality might be similar, it might be a different style than what you're used to. The other side effect is, depending on how much you're going to dive. If you're just going and you're going to do one dive only, financially, it's about the same to just rent gear. Because it's usually $65, $75 per day to rent all the gear. And so for us, if we're if it's a cruise that we're able to just drive to the port, then it's a no-brainer. We're going to take our stuff. But if you're having to fly to it, like technically we could drive to Miami, but we're probably going to fly this time, undecided if we're going to make pit stops or not. But we'll be settling that out soon. But if we're flying, you've got $50-$60 most airlines for that extra bag. So that
at least
that equals, rental. So if you're only diving once, doesn't really make much sense. But if you're diving more than once, well, now it becomes cheaper to take your stuff, even if you have to pay for the baggage. So it kind of depends on where we're going, what we're doing. Like, we took our stuff all the way to Spain on that long cruise.
Oh, wow.
Last year, because when we were in the cold water, we wanted our own wetsuits, because so we took all of our stuff and just paid for the extra bag, but it was cheaper than renting stuff over there in Portugal.
Right on, man. What about you, Chad? You do anything? Going to Disney for the 25th time?
We actually are going to go in July.
I knew it.
but my whole entire family, which is nice. My oldest daughter even's going to go this time, and my son who's in college. So, yeah,
Nice.
it'll be
But
July
for
timeframe.
July in Florida, whew, you'll be
Yeah, it's
sweating.
super cool in July. I heard
Yeah, we
it's the
always go during
best time to go.
my wife, she's real smart about it. We go when it just like they just start the Christmas stuff, and it's less.
Yeah,
The lines are less, and you get to see all the Christmas stuff, and that's like our favorite
I
holiday. So.
like my wife and I were there for our anniversary in September, and that's a nice time because it's food and wine festival and the weather is
Hmm.
pretty good. It's still hot, but it's like 85, 80, 85. So, and it doesn't rain all the time. So
Bearable.
that's the perfect time for me. I like that time of the year.
Disney is
September,
got some
October's.
good food. I gained a bunch of weight on Disney. Even though you walk 30,000 steps,
You never
I gained
stop
some weight on
eating
that
though.
trip.
Yeah, you
That's
never
Carb
stop
City,
eating.
man.
Yep. All
Never
I've
stop
got is
eating.
Colorado in July, like we always do.
Yep.
Matter of fact, I'm wearing my South Fork shirt as we speak. Huh.
Oh yeah.
Have you guys got any transitions on this?
I was just about to ask because I have not. I still have the exact same flavors, but it's very consistent for me. And
Well, I
Hmm.
was wondering that too because I'm a little plugged up this week, and I was like, I'm not tasting everything perfect, but I was like, it didn't see, and it hasn't changed a whole lot at all. And I
No,
wonder if it was
I'm the
just
same
me,
way.
like if I
Yeah,
missed some notes or.
no, it's consistent. It's strong cedar. The white peppers died down just a little bit, but it's still there. Lots of smoke output, still a little chalky. I mean,
and
it's
I went ahead.
consistent.
I went ahead and
I think we lost your audio, bud.
sorry, I muted myself. My bad. I
Yeah.
reached over my mic and hit it. So even though, I mean, I went ahead and tapped the first bit off, but I mean, it's burning very smooth, very even. So I like that. You know, couple inches.
Yeah,
Construction's
I asked
money. Like
already.
mine is
Construction is
money.
great,
And
and
I haven't had
it'll.
a cigar from Tony that wasn't. Like this
That is
construction
true.
has been perfect on every single one.
Agreed.
And, um,
I
I've
had
done.
I had that bell ringer.
Gosh, that's good.
That's
Oh, did
such
you
a good
finally? Oh, you
cigar.
smoked that one?
I smoked that one. That was a
Oh, that
dang
one's
good cigar.
fantastic.
And
Dude.
I messaged Tony. I was like, dude, I was like, that's a good cigar, man. You're right.
You took a picture of that and posted it on the site. I
sure
thought that was
I
several
sure
months
did.
ago.
Yep.
Yeah, because that
Yeah,
was
it was
one that you were gonna do on the show with us, and you couldn't make, so you
right.
smoked
He had
it.
to drop last minute.
Right.
Yep.
Yep.
So you smoked it after.
Did you smoke it like the next day or the next week or something? It seemed like maybe the next
Oh,
week.
I can't remember. I don't know.
It was pretty close to the show, though. I think.
Yeah.
It seemed like.
I
think
usually try to
almost think
say.
you. I think you're about to say what you're gonna say.
Yeah, I think I smoked it when the show came out because that's what I usually do. I'm always like, man,
Oh,
you know,
it
it's
should have been.
I usually have a morning cigar before work, like I've said many times, and so I'm like, I always listen to a podcast. I'm like, I got to listen to the boys, and if I'm smoking the same cigar, it's kind of like I'm right there with you.
Yeah,
Same
that's a
thing with the
great
Blue Eyed
cigar.
Jack. When that came out, I smoked the Blue Eyed Jack.
Yeah, that is. Oh yeah. I mean, it's cool if you can't. Y'all watching at home. That's what we love. You know, you can watch this show in your car, but if you want to watch this show while you're enjoying your own cigar, if you're able to smoke the same one that's in the title, by all means, add to your experience and tell us if you get the same thing or not.
When I first started,
Cool to do that.
when I first started smoking a few years back, we always reference Tim from Cigars Daily. I would find out a review he did, go buy the cigar, and then smoke it as he was smoking, so I can kind of learn the flavor notes and
great way.
stuff. So I think that was another good way of me develop my palate in such a short time.
And especially to toot our own horns for a little bit. No, we're not badass industry monsters. We're just home dudes that like to do this shit. But because we're just home dudes that like to do this shit, we tend to be honest. And we've said it multiple times that sometimes we agree, sometimes we don't, right? So if we're reviewing something that, y'all want to see and hear about and learn about, we're not scripting it out to where all three of us are going to say the same thing and we're going to agree on it. You know, we're giving your honest thoughts. So you're getting.
We don't even talk before we come on.
We don't even talk sometimes. Like there's times.
Start smoking.
Yep.
I mean, he's right. There's times we come on and we have a topic or a pre-plan. Most of the time we don't. The only conversation we have is the date, the time, and what cigar we're smoking. And that's it. We are that honest that we don't talk about the cigar or anything until we get on the show.
Yep.
You know, there's some anomalies when it's a cigar that one of us has smoked and we're just pulling it back for review. But other than that, we don't talk about it. So, kind of cool to sit back, and I still do it sometimes just to rewatch our shows because it's interesting to watch how we have different opinions. So whether it's 2, 3, or 4 of us, you know, you've got different trains of thought and different, you know, opinions on things. So, you know, if you're able to smoke what we're smoking while we're watching the show,
by all means, join in.
And, you know, even if it's not a live show, put up those, you know, put the comments on the page, send us an email, whatever. Let us know what you think. Cause be cool to see what y'all are thinking out there with what we're doing.
And again, if you're a new smoker or you've never tried a cigar, it's always good to watch a review show as you smoke the same cigar so you can kind of pick up on those notes.
Yep. Did I think?
Yeah, that's burning good.
I did it again. I got to move the mic. So, yeah, it's like almost got straighter.
Where are you at, Justin? Okay, you got a little way to go. I'm not going to tell you about a note until you get there. I want you to tell me.
I'm trying not to smoke fast, and I already feel like I am smoking fast, but you're
not. I'm ahead of you.
Oh yeah,
I'm at halfway at least. So
yeah, for sure.
But I'm not going to spoil it for you. There's something coming up because we were just talking about transitions.
I think I just hit it. That went from white pepper to red or black pepper very strongly.
I changed some more.
That's good. I just like immediately like retro head. I was like, whoa, that came out of nowhere. But that's good. I like that.
It got spicier for me, and then after I was done with my smoke, on my tongue I can taste anise or licorice or like a allspice or there's something stuck on my tongue after that. But
when
you might have to go a little farther.
When I first lit it up, I tasted allspice, but it was like there and gone. Like I didn't even mention it because it wasn't. But now that you're saying that, that's funny that you did say that about transitions because as soon as I took my next draw, like it immediately changed.
Yeah, I'm kind of floored that it went all the way to mine went past the halfway point before I got anything different.
Yeah,
and now I'm getting some different stuff.
I will be a delayed join to this conversation because
you gotta.
I haven't hit
minutes yet.
Yeah, I haven't hit.
Just wait, because you're right there with me. Where was your cigar? Yeah, you're just behind me. Probably about 3 more draws. You'll feel that pepper.
I think the farther in, Justin, you get it. I don't know. You tell me, but farther in I'm getting, the more I'm getting that allspice or anise taste on my tongue.
I'm getting more chalk too. It's like in the beginning it started chalky, in the middle it smoothed out, and at the end was chalky. Now it's just chalky. In a good way. In a good way.
Yeah, the smoke output has stayed legit the whole way though. I'll give it that.
Dude, my garage is filled right now, even with 2 fans going.
The draw has been excellent the whole way too. I haven't had to.
Mine
Sometimes I get slobbery and I have to recut them. I haven't recut this either.
Mine has a tiny bit of resistance, but it's like not enough to fix it at all. It's actually making me pull a little bit harder, but I kind of enjoy that. You know what I mean? I like to pull hard. That's what she said. I like to draw hard, and that tends to make my cigars burn faster, which ruins my flavor. But this has got the perfect amount of resistance where I'm getting all the flavor and I get to draw like I want.
And
so
this
I like
is
that.
actually probably closer to my preferred resistance because it's got just enough.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
We always talk about that because I talk about how much I like ADV, and I think Pat almost doesn't like that style of draw as much as I do. It's just a
Yeah,
preference thing,
me and
right?
you like
Like,
the me and you, Chad, like the airy draws where
yeah,
James likes a little bit of resistance.
he wants
Like
to
I don't
work
want to
on it
have to
just a bit.
suck on it, to get it, but I want to be able to just have. I don't know, maybe just.
You
I
want to
don't
run
really.
for it a little
Wait till
bit.
he rolls that tape back and listens to that.
Like I don't know why, but I mean, I don't know. I just like just the touch of resistance. I can't. I don't even know if I have a reason why versus just. I don't
It's
know.
just
Maybe it's
preference,
something on
man.
the
It's just how
mouth
you.
feel
It's what
or
you
something.
like. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's no
You like
different
what you
than
like.
how you like to cut it, how you like to light it. It doesn't matter if someone tells you that that's
As
wrong.
as
It's the
Chad
way
says,
you want to do it.
as Chad says, how much he puts down his throat.
What?
Just the tip.
Oh, talking about this. It's right here.
Yeah.
It's too close.
You got to quit deep throating that thing, man.
Too
Just
close
the
to
tip.
the end.
Just the tip.
Just the tip. I should have worn my just the tip shirt.
Did you have to move your band down to get all the way down?
Sometimes I do. I actually pulled it right off. So, but like with any of the Don Carlos shark or Anejo sharks, I can't even smoke them with the band on them. I have to pull the band off because
Yeah.
it's too close to where my mouth wants to be.
No, I picked that up from you. It's definitely got a different like feel and flavor to it when you put it further in your mouth, as as the as as they would say.
Well, it's
As
even
Pat
though
would
I don't.
say.
Yeah. Even though I
Oh
don't
wow, look at that.
prefer
I didn't even move the
playback.
band and look, it just came off naturally.
I actually took mine off like this. I just went and pulled it off the end. It was just loose.
I was
So
rolling
I
mine
just
back and
slid it right
forth.
off.
I was rolling mine back and forth because I fiddle with my cigars, and then it just all of a sudden came off. But that's
Well,
good because that's points because we don't like heavy glue on our bands.
no, we don't, and it's definitely a good mark, and we'll find out. 'Cause I'm gonna try to take mine off regular, and we'll see what it does. But I don't know if y'all. Well, I don't know if I actually did the expression that was in my head while y'all were talking, but I do not get that anise seasoning. But out of nowhere, I got undeniable licorice.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I absolutely agree to that. It came
Licorice
out
and
of
anise
nowhere.
are to me the same properties. Like anise is a black licorice like substitute. That's how I think of it. They both have that
I
same
can roll with that.
flavor.
Unless I am getting it then, and I'm just just portraying it to the licorice. But
No,
it
no, no.
came.
I think you could call it either. Is my point. Like
Oh, I see what you're saying.
you're not wrong to say anise or black licorice.
Right.
I think they're
Yeah,
almost synonymous
that
as
came.
notes.
It came out of
That's
nowhere,
what I
dude.
said. I was just sitting there, and all of a sudden, it was all over my tongue. Like I was like, "Wow, that tastes like black licorice."
Like I wonder if those other, the part of the blend that is, not disclosed. I wonder if maybe it's. I wonder if that's a reason. Like it's like you got your basic filler in the front half. You've got this, and then instead of it mixed in, the second half the filler changes. I
Ooh,
could be wrong,
I
but
just retroed and got burned too.
I'm telling you, dude, that's
That
what
was a
happened.
spicy one.
Yeah.
My eye just we're gonna have another slow mo eye roll of me tearing up. That
and
was
that
You
and
get it
that
in your eye too.
and your first retro wasn't the retro at the beginning didn't do that to you, right? So did that change when the flavor changed?
No, it was a beautiful white pepper.
No, I think this since we've gotten into this stronger note, that's when there's some more pepper in there because it's definitely stronger. The retro is definitely stronger right now.
Hmm.
Well,
Super smoky.
we were saying there wasn't a transition. No, there's a big one. It just catches you off guard.
That's
If
what
you don't
Tony
know
likes
when
to
it's
do. He
coming.
likes to sneak it in there.
He
And it's
does.
strange because most cigars, either it happens real slow and then you're like, oh, I was smoking this and I'm smoking this. We went all the way back, nothing happened, and it was like, wow, You know,
Yeah.
it's like all at once.
I mean,
So-
you got far enough that we had the conversation about no transition.
Yep.
Usually, you know, if you're going to have like a gradual progression, you'll kind of get some hints or tips and you're like, well, something may be coming or it's super gradual. And we're just like, you know what? It's got to be no transition. It's a great cigar. And then boom, sledgehammer.
Yeah, you usually by the halfway point, you taste something different. And I was past that, and I was like, well, I guess this is what we're smoking.
There's something else there, but I can't put my finger on it.
Mine happened like dead right at the halfway point. So there may be a little variance in there.
Yeah, I'm sure that varies.
But it's in that roughly around the halfway point. So we're not reviewing thirds here. We're reviewing halves.
I'm getting a little bit of earth now also.
I've actually had a touch of earth the whole time, but like your other note, it wasn't enough for me to really bring out. It was just kind of fleeting.
It's coming out more. It's not bad. You know.
It may be coming out more with that spice change too. It's pepper or earth and spice do like to come out together.
Yeah, the retro has definitely changed.
Yeah.
It went from 10 to a 50. Like, really, seriously, like for me.
I think in a good way, though. I don't know about you. I think in a good way.
Not me. I that's not my favorite. I don't like hot retros. I like them. Like the beginning of the cigar, retro-wise, was money for me.
Oh, dude. Did we talk to you about... Oh, go ahead, James.
No, you're good, Jay. Go.
Did we talk about the appointment on Chad or on the Holodown group? Because that one, Chad, you would absolutely love. That one
The
is
Appointment? Which one was that?
El Rey de Mundo, The Appointment, the new one that came out on PCA. That one was fantastic. We got both of those from
David Skelton.
Thank you, David Skelton. When we went to the show, and they'd been sitting there for a while, and we did a pod on it, and dude, that cigar was phenomenal. It had Don Carlo-esque flavor notes, but a beautiful white pepper retro the whole way through. I mean, the whole way through. It's a really good cigar, and we had it in...
I've only ever smoked a few of those, and those El Rey de Mundo, and they're really good cigars for the price points. Like,
yeah, and those are like $8.65 or sub $9.
6, 7. You can get them for 6 and 7 too.
As the kids say, 6, 7. My kids are saying that a lot right now.
I didn't say it for that reason, but literally 6, 7, 8. That's where those fall. And the Oscuro is just phenomenal.
That's what I was about to reference. Is that
for $7? That's the one that comes in the white toilet paper. Whatever.
I love that cigar, and it's like $6 all day long.
Yeah.
I think the Gordo every once in a while might hit to 8. Like but like it's in that, man, fantastic cigar for that price.
Well, my buddy just sent me some cigars, and there's an El Rey del Mundo in there I didn't recognize. I wonder if that's that one you're talking about.
It's got
again.
So it's got the only way I can describe it is a frosted glass footband, and it's got a map on it. Right? Is it a map?
It looks like a map. If it's
looks like a map, and it's like a purple and gold embroidered band. We had it in the
no. This one has more of the traditional El Rey de Mundo colors.
So it's probably
like
the
yellow, red,
sun-grown.
Something.
That's sun-grown, yeah. But we had it in the Robusto, and that was really good. And I told Pat that I was like, man, I'm going to try it in all the sizes, figure out which one I like, and that's a box buy for sure.
So is that a more expensive offering by them, or is it?
No, like I said, it's sub $9.
Huh.
We thought it would be more expensive as a new release until we looked it up, and we're pleasantly surprised that it's still roughly within the wheelhouse of their average price point. We were surprised.
Yeah, sub $9 on Cigars International, so about $140 a box,
or somewhere on the internet, right?
Somewhere
on
the internet. There might be. Like
I just threw out one website. Maybe. It could be on, Secreto. It could be on Smoke In. It could be on Cigars Daily.
It could be on the internet.
Yeah. Either way,
YouTube's getting funny. That's where we're going.
Oh.
Google it. What's the new phrase now? It costs $9.57. Google it. You can find it. It's like,
There you go.
whatever.
Google it, you can find it.
Google it, you can find it.
By the way, that's a damn good cigar. You would really like it. I said that the one when you reviewed it.
Yeah, that was man, pleasantly surprised. And
James carries those, right? Being
I don't know actually. That's a good question.
I think he has already.
He does.
I'm
He
positive.
does. I looked it up.
I think he's
Okay.
bodyguarded me some before, and I bought some from him actually too. So the few I've smoked, I got from him. I think
I probably have bought from him. If Jesus, words are hard again. Back to that. If he's got them, I probably did get some from him. Out of the Oscuro, that is, because I do go back and forth to that periodically. It's kind of like the Bolivar Cafradia for me, that it's not a staple I'd smoke every day, but it's one that I'll get like 5 and 10 packs of. When I run out, I replenish it and just pull one out every once in a while. And I do that
I'd
with
smoke one of those every day.
Oscuro.
That's a good.
Yeah,
cigar.
those are good. Didn't I give you your first, Chad? I want to say I did.
I think Pat did. I mean, I smoked it on the show for the first time.
Oh, okay.
Was
Thought I
the
gave
right?
you one
Isn't
to trade.
Isn't that the one?
Yeah,
Was
yeah.
that the Cafradia? That's my
Yeah.
first one ever. I never smoked a Bolivar ever.
Which one did y'all do? The Oscuro or the what's the other one?
No, it's just a Cafradi. It's what it is. It's a Bolivar
okay.
Cafradi.
Well, I thought that I think they have two versions of the Cafradi. I think one's an Oscuro and one's a different wrapper, if I'm not mistaken.
This was more of a
Because one's definitely
Habano
dark and
wrapper
one's definitely
or something
lighter.
like that.
It was like a light brown wrapper, but I'm pretty positive
It
that's an Oscuro.
was the original. So
Okay. So the
yeah,
lighter shade.
you have the Bolivar Cafradi, and then you have the Bolivar Cafradi Oscuro. The difference is the regular Cafradi is a Connecticut broadleaf instead of an Oscuro wrapper.
Okay.
But
It's a Connecticut broadleaf?
Yeah.
Why does it not look anything like Connecticut broadleaf?
Because that's Bolivar for you. That even on their New World stuff, they have a legacy to uphold, and they want elegance in their appearance. So I don't know if they're just picky on what colors come off the line and sort them that way. I don't know, because you're right, it doesn't look that way.
Super light.
Maybe it's like shade grown Connecticut broadleaf or something. Maybe that's what they do to keep the color from being so dark. I don't know,
yeah, and some of that could be in processing, that we're used to seeing that real dark color.
Yeah, because I remember I've had that cigar.
Curing.
I think I had not the Oscuro, but the other one, and it was a fantastic cigar. I think it was like $6.50 at the time or something like that.
They're very well priced, well priced. And the Cafradia, actually, how I learned about the Cafradia was because I don't do small cigars often, but there's two from Bolivar that are the like Petit Coronas that I'll get for around town drives and throw them in the mix with some other stuff, and that is the Cafradia and the Grand Republic. So, but they're pretty dang cheap. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about the binder, or the wrapper, other than Connecticut broadleaf. So, your speculation is up for grabs here.
In 100 years, I would never have guessed that was the wrapper.
Well, you are 100. You are 100. So
I'm only half of 100, jerk.
Now the Oscuro is the Cafradia Oscuro is good. That one does look darker. That one is obvious. It's good as well. I like both of them. I probably get the Cafradia more often just because it's been available more often, but both of them are. I like both of them. Let's leave it at that.
I saw a review and picked them up at a local B&M, and they were good cigars.
And that was a conversation that started talking about not having, kind of having before the show, but not having any of the Cuban Bolivars. And Brandon Valentine sent me some so I could smoke my first one. So
I smoked two from him as well.
And I have one this year that I'm anxious to smoke, that I'd made a comment about not ever having the 10-year age, which Kirby says the 10-year age on most Cubans is like its sweet spot, where New World stuff is, that kind of 2 to 3 year mark.
Smoke
Well,
it.
it was a 2016 blend, and since I was this close, I was like, we're gonna hold it to 26. So if it's about to get smoked, is where I'm going with
At
that.
9 years and 10 months, it probably tastes terrible. But at 10 years, it's going to be awesome.
Well, not like even
I sense sarcasm, Chad.
well, no, like I didn't really put much
Hope you
stock
don't
into
get hit
it.
by a bus, brother.
Oh God,
Damn.
Jesus!
Well, hey, I didn't put much.
That's how I live with my cigars, man. It's like
I'm dying.
I might not be here tomorrow to enjoy that cigar. I'm not going to wait. I'm
Yeah,
not.
I didn't put much stock into
Smoking
the
it.
Cuban 10-year roll until Edward Sahakian also said it. I was like, okay, well,
I mean,
I'm
I
not
smoked
gonna
a
sit there.
2000. Go ahead.
I'm not going to sit there and every time I, go on trips and get Cubans, I'm not going to store it for 7, 8, 9, 10 years. But since, Brandon sent me one that was so close to that 10-year mark, I was like, okay, I'll hit this one because I want to see for myself,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I liked a round, and that would have been 9.5. Yeah, that's close enough to 10.
Mm-hmm.
just call it 10. Nobody will know.
Exactly.
I smoked one from 2019 that he gave me for my 40th, and that one was phenomenal.
And the first two he sent me, one was
Mine was called like the Royal something. I can't remember.
Well, so the original Bolivar blend, and this is Cuban things because, we're Americans, right? So we're used to dealing with brand name, blend name, size, right? Because we like cool shit, and so everything's everywhere. But the original Cubans, there are some exceptions, but a lot of them, the brand had, this is our blend. Go get your size. So, like, the original Bolivar is just
one
Bolivar.
blend. Yeah.
So when we reference things, we tend to say it's the Bolivar Cuban original that's just so we have a reference name, but it's just Bolivar. So the name is the size. So it was either the Royal Corona, so the Coronas Junior, but it's the same blend. So they reference, because their cigars are more elegant, the nuances are more subtle. So you can recognize differences in the size alone, as we know. And so they have their blend. It's like, this brand is this blend with this Cuban tobacco. Enjoy it. Now, there are some expansions where they do have, some other, like, Monte Cristo's got the Open series, and that's its own blend. And so you've got the Monte Cristo Open, and then each size is a golf term, the Slam or the Eagle or whatever. So there's some anomalies like that, but most Cuban brands present their stuff differently than everywhere else. And then you take the like Bolivar's New World stuff. They're following the same trend for the New World. So instead of just having you got the Bolivar Cofradia, the Bolivar Cofradia Oscuro, the Bolivar Grand Republic. It's like, so now that you're not in Cuban tobacco, we're back to having all these different blend names.
That's some good info. I didn't know that.
So, there's some like the one of the most common Cuban Partagas. We all talk about the Partagas number 2. The number 2 is just which size of the original Partagas blend. I mean, it's interesting.
Yeah,
how
it's very little depth with Cubans.
I think you would like them more than you realize, because they are smoother and elegant, because it's completely different tobacco. And I'd say that I've liked most Cuban brands I smoked, with the exception of the Cohiba, not the American Cohiba, but the Cohiba. But still, with me, like, I really only like the Siglo. The rest of their stuff just doesn't hit it for me anymore. But some of the other ones, the Monte Cristo, Bolivar, I'm glad Brandon allowed me to try that, because it very quickly probably became my favorite Cuban brand. Raymond Alanis is decent. That's probably one of the budget Cuban, as far as prices, and like the Partagas, there's several good ones.
I've had a lot of problems with punch Cubans.
I have a problem with punch in general. I mean, I know y'all see me smoke them, especially the ones in the bento box. They're great flavors, but there's a lot of inconsistencies with punch. And
Yeah.
overall, even out
That's
of those, I still have problems sometimes. But
that Siglo V that I smoked in my 40th was phenomenal. Beautiful floral note, silky smooth. I mean, holy crap, that's a damn good cigar. And that was something that Brandon threw in as a gift.
nice.
Such a nice guy, dude.
I've got a. I would bet without deep search of my inventory, this is probably the most expensive cigar in my humidor to date. It was it was Saka's Black Unicorn, but I smoked that a while back. But
Same.
on our transatlantic cruise, I wasn't going to get it. Ellen got it for me. It was $81 Cohiba Medio Siglo.
Woo.
So I got to find a damn good excuse to smoke that,
I got one for you. When you wake up tomorrow,
I was going to say, he's
you
going to say
woke up.
tomorrow.
You woke up.
I'm actually debating on it being my birthday smoke this year, so which we're getting close enough. I think that's when we pull that
I
out.
see what Chad's saying though, because I come Friday, I've got, it being Fuente Friday, I've got other Fuentes that I've gotten, but I've got one Ovisex Forbidden that I bought 2 years ago for my birthday. Well, it was the sampler. I'm sure Chad knows. And I've got one left, and I'm like, you know what? I'm like, I just need to smoke it. Because as Chad was saying, you don't know if tomorrow's not a guarantee. You know what I mean?
Now,
And they make those every day, so you can just get more.
and when Chad sends me the special Fuentes like in trades or like he sent me the birthday gift before, it's like because I have that thought in his head, I'll see it and I'm like, oh, I'll hold on to this. Like the Forbidden, the special, the 22 releases. It's like, okay, I'm gonna hold on to this as special. And then I look at it, I hear Chad smoke it. God damn it! Like, okay,
What are you doing? Smoke it.
It's like, so I
They
don't
give you that so you can hang it on your wall. Give it to you to smoke.
So
I got another transition just now. Is just got a lot smoother again.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I've
nice.
been in that transition for a minute, and we've been talking about Cubans, so I haven't said anything. But
that's fair.
it went back to a little softer, chalky smoke, and back to white pepper.
Mine's almost not chalky at all, but that white pepper's back. That's nice and smooth and clean.
So part of the reason I haven't ventured down the Cuban rabbit hole, I've smoked enough of them now, probably a dozen or so. Enough to say that I enjoy them, but the rabbit hole for cigars for me is so big that I don't even want to go down that one. Like that's a whole another rabbit hole that I'm not willing. I know myself too well, and I'm not going to allow myself to go down that hole.
I don't want to go down the name brands, but I want to go down that farm roll, like the Cuban farm rolls. Man, every single one of those that I got from Brandon.
I had one of those the other day that I got in a race, and they're phenomenal.
He gave me two, or two Maduros that I'd never smoked a Cuban Maduro. And those were damn good. They were a lighter shade, not even close to the normal Maduros you're seeing, but totally different. Very good.
Do you remember which farm it came from?
I probably have it in my phone somewhere, but I'm on my phone, so I can't look it up. I'll have to tell you later.
I've had stuff from your Andy Gomez, which his will throw you off because they'll look dark and oily, and they won't be because they're still Cuban seeded stuff. And was it Luis Felipe is a good one that I've learned from him, and then I've got one I haven't smoked yet. I think it's from the Partagas, but their farm factory. I mean, there's the farm roll stuff is just interesting because it's like the underworld budget world of Cuban cigars in a way. So it's interesting, but
I've heard people describe it. It's the same blends that the name brands make. It's just they don't have the fancy band, don't have the fancy name.
And the Cuban restrictions and the government oversight has driven some of the price up. so that there's once you have an official name brand, there's a lot of price hacks and taxation to it that happen. But so it's very likely that that statement is correct, that they're rolling the blends so they don't have to sell them at $80 a stick. They can sell it for
Mhm.
15.
Have y'all gotten anything else off of this besides that transition I've just mentioned?
Um,
Mm-mm.
no different flavor changes, but
No more licorice, which I'm a little disappointed about.
I still
I
got
can
a
do
dog.
without. I'm not a
We're
big
gonna-
fan of licorice. I can do
Yeah, but
without.
I'm right there, Pat. I'm
Okay, so we'll see
down to
because
an inch left. Yeah,
I'm close.
I had
One
some
reason
there.
I haven't
still.
taken the band off because I wanted to make sure mine wasn't going to do what Justin's did, but I guess I'm about to pull it off.
Man, for once, I'm ahead of Pat. I'm usually smoking slow, but I've picked up the pace a little bit. I think I've learned the balance, because before I was smoking way too fast, and then I started to slow down, and now I'm kind of finding that happy medium where I still get the flavor, but I can smoke some pretty quick.
I did have a long run where I was talking about some things, so my puffs were spaced out too.
But what I learned a long time ago is that cigars will tell you how fast you can smoke them.
Oh
Yeah, that's very true.
And once you figure that out, there's no real time limit. Just because it's a Robusto or just because it's a Toro doesn't mean that you smoke it in 50 minutes or an hour and 20. I like to smoke as quickly as I can, as long as I'm not going to do damage to the cigar. So you kind of get a feel for that. Like
I would agree with that.
how much you can pull before you start taxing the cigar.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I would agree with that only except for Lanceros, but that's a completely different.
Oh
total.
yeah. Well, no, I mean to the same thing, but it will tell you as well too that
Mhm.
how fast you can smoke it, and you'll start getting that thing hot fast, and it'll start tasting like hot garbage.
Mhm.
Well, I to that point, I routinely explain that generally the Vitola you choose to smoke can be a factor of how long you have to smoke, which is still true. But I can give you a Gordo right now. Let's talk about the Cafradia that I'm going to smoke in roughly an hour, 15, 20 minutes. But give me St. Louis Ray's Series G, same Gordo, same size. That sucker's going to take every bit of 2 hours,
2 hours,
2.5 hours. And I'm
Yep.
smoking that thing fast because I know it's a slow smoke and it's still going to take that long. So
Mhm.
that's a good point, Chad. Let the tobacco tell you how fast to go.
Tobacco's your boss.
But from a cigar that we started to say wasn't going to have a transition, I like that we were all very surprised.
Shocked. We were shocked, not surprised.
Whoa! Shocked is good. So that's I'm glad we're doing blind reviews. I'm really glad we're doing blind reviews on this because we would have not had those fresh comments like that, and something that's still got pepper and spice but a sweet aroma, and then it's just freaking sledgehammer of spice and licorice, and then tapers off. It's a nice little roller coaster.
Well, it's crazy how Chad was like, wait till it transitions, and then I just immediately the next draw was like, you might even get a slow mo on my face for once.
Yeah,
it kicked me right in the teeth.
Yeah, now I'm back to pretty mild smoke again. So all the
same.
strength is gone. Retro's back to being good.
Mine's in progress of tapering down. At this point, it's gradually pulling off. But I like this one a lot, and this is one of the newer blends from Steel City. So this is not from Steel City's core line, which all its core lines, the Hill District, the Dirty Berg, the Yinzer. We've got a couple more that we're going to pull on the show later as well. Those are all the black, yellow, Pittsburgh homage cigars. He's got a few others that are Steel City but have different banding for different purposes, and this is one of his newer ones, the Creme de la Creme.
I bet this would be really good after a year of resting in your own humidor.
I bet it would sweeten up.
It might.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't remember, and I should, because I asked him. I should have wrote it down. How long that he ages these before he pushes them out. Some reason
I think
6
he
months
told
is in my
us. I think
head,
he
but
told us when we were on the show with him smoking the last one.
I'm sure he did, and I don't know if it's 6 months. I can't remember. I'll have to ask him, but and then we just had it for a couple months after that. So, give us a rough idea, but I don't think
I want to say
that
you said
I don't think his. And I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, I will have just overlaid this to correct myself because I'm gonna ask him when we're done. But I want to say that age time and our rest time were either at a year or just under a year. So I don't. I wish I could remember better.
I want to say he ages everything a year. That sounds right.
You could very well be correct because I just can't. I should have wrote it down to say that, but I just can't remember. Shame on
But
me.
aging with him and then putting it in your humidor is two different things.
Correct. You get your aging on the tobacco, and then your post roll aging. And depending on how they do it, may be different humidity levels than you have in your humidor. Humidor, you just get that resting for the oils to start kind of relaxing. It's not the same as aging. But you still get some oil blending, just the leaves touching each other and relaxing into each other.
Mm-hmm.
But I will have to ask him. So if I did my part, I just overlaid the actual info.
Well, I'm out of cigar, so must mean it's time.
It is time. Me talking a couple long stretches. I'm a little bit behind you guys, but this is. I don't say razor finish burn very often. I'm saying it on this one.
I had to touch mine up one time at the end, but it was so minute. Like I was down to this much cigar before I ever put a lighter to it.
I did mine twice, but that's just because I'm OCD. It had
Construction
nothing
was
to do with the cigar.
excellent. That was good. Nothing
absolutely.
but good works.
Lighter has not touched mine except for the very beginning where I didn't do a good toast and I corrected it. Since then, since first full light up, I haven't touched it at all. I'm gonna tell you, I like this one. This is
I'd say it's 80 and above.
Yeah, we'll do our normal deal, and as soon as we are off the air, we'll have our long council discussion on the exact ratings between the three of us, and y'all will see the screenshot here at the end. But very solid cigar, very smokable cigar, and I like it a lot. I really enjoy this cigar. I'm not even can't sugarcoat that. I would definitely get this one again.
Yeah, I dig it.
But good blind review. I'm glad we did it. In terms of Still City, we have a couple others of the core line, and we have a couple other of his. Man, words are hard today. Jesus Christ! It's like the third time I've stuttered myself.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day, but got a couple other of the Still City core line that we're going to bring on the show to do blind reviews, as well as Tony's new blends that are not in the core line. We're also going to cycle them because we want to see. And Tony did us a solid and sent them to us because we kept raving about the first couple we smoked of his. So
The Green Machine, that's the one I'm looking forward to.
Green Machine, that's the Candela one, and that'll be only the second Candela that we've done on the show.
Yeah,
Because I think Feathered
sure.
Serpent was the only one.
Did I get that one?
I
I don't know if I got that one.
I don't know because we split them up between all of our guests, so we have different opinions. So I would have to go back and see. If you didn't get it, Ryan
should have
got it.
gave that one to me. Chad don't like him, Dallas.
Oh, I like the Feathered Serpent.
That's true, but that's a
Tony
very rare.
says this one
rare
is good,
cigar.
so we'll see. I'm excited to try it.
We
Give
just
it a whirl.
we just split them up between the group. So I'll if you didn't get it, Ryan's got it, or something like that. But
I'll find one.
we're going to we're gonna bring Steel City back around because ever since we found Texas Cigar Roadshows blend, we have been impressed with Tony, which is why we brought him on the show. Good blender, good dude, good cigar. So if y'all have smoked his stuff, or if you haven't, and you want to know about it, hit that info down there. And if you haven't already, subscribe, hit that bell, get the notification so you can keep up as we do our episodes as well as our live shows with our guests that we have been doing this year. That was a new venture for 25. We're going to keep it going. So, Justin, Chad, as always, thanks for coming out and hanging.
Yeah.
Smoking another damn good cigar, in my opinion. And,
it's very good.
Mm-hmm.
And go back to being adults, like we always say, until we come back on the show and do it again. So, out there on Hollow Down Land, y'all know the drill. Till next time, stay safe and hollow down.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!